Hey guys! I don't know about you, but I'm not very excited to go back to school. But I wanted to tell you some organization tips. I wanted to do a video today about organizing your school stuff and making a schedule to manage your time. And also talking about a little bit about my favorite tablet apps for school. So I hope you find this video helpful. Give it a thumbs up if you're excited to go back to school. But these are the tips that I want to give you. So let's start off with the video. So the first thing I want to talk about in this video is making a schedule. And I know it can be hard making a schedule, especially if you get your school schedule assigned to you and you can't choose if you want an afternoon class or a morning class. And in my case, I also get my schedule assigned to me. But I wanted to make a schedule around the school schedule, so you know when you can get your homework done, or maybe you have a little bit more time on your hands. So I wanted to talk about that and how I did my schedule. I learned this technique in a class. I actually have a class about getting your school stuff organized, and it's a little bit of a silly class because it takes 2 hours, but it's good to know which techniques everybody has. But this is a technique that I learned from my teacher, and this was the only good one that stayed with me. This is my planning that I did last year. But what you want to do with a schedule like this is color coordinate it and see when you have time on your hand. But for example, you have to get to school at about 12. For me it takes about an hour to get to school because I have to take public transportation, and well, it just takes a hell lot of time to get home from school. So on Mondays I did have a class from 12 to 6, and that one is color coordinated here in pink. But when you have free time on your hands, color coordinated green, so you know that's good, I have free time there, I can do something there. But what you also want to do is color coordinate when you have to get a family dinner or something. We always sit down for family dinner, so you have to also coordinate that one in there as well. It's down below the school one. But also activities like going to the gym and work, you have to fill those in a color like red, so you know these activities can't be moved up. But if you go to a gym, you have a gym membership, you should color coordinate it like yellow or something, so you know, okay, I want to do this activity, so this isn't a given, but you can move this one up or make this time free for homework. So while making the schedule, you want to make sure you color coordinate all your activities in there. For example, the red and the pinks are activities for me that can't be moved up, such as school, dinner time and job. But the yellow ones are activities that I really want to do. So maybe, for example, watch Pretty Little Liars. I don't watch Pretty Little Liars on the regular time, but if you want to coordinate an activity like Pretty Little Liars in there, you can do it, so you know when you have free time. But when you fill in all those activities, you want to make sure that activities that can be moved up or cancelled also go in with your free time. You just want to know that you still have time to do all your homework, but also that these activities can be cancelled. So the yellow and green ones are my activities that can be arranged as free time, and the yellow ones are times that I just want to do something else than homework. So this was my schedule from last year, and as you can see in the bottom, I filled in all the hours that I had for free time in the day, and at the end I filled in how many hours I had at free time, and that was about 15 hours a week. And the next thing I want to talk about is organizing school stuff. And my classmates describe me as Miss Organizing Perfect. And I didn't used to be that way, I just got that way when I started doing this degree. Because when I was about 13 or 14, I just started doing high school, and it was stressful. I didn't have anything planned out, I wasn't organized, my assignments got lost all the time, my homework got lost all the time. Teachers weren't very happy with me. But I got my stuff organized, and a lot of my classmates are actually 16. Whenever I see them, I just think of myself when I was 16. I wasn't very organized, and that's a story for another time, but I'm rambling again. But the things I want to tell you are, first tip I'm gonna give you is paper week planner over a digital one. Because I tried to work out a digital week planner, and it's great now with smartphones and tablets that they keep us reminded of when we have to do something. But I didn't have a nice overview of my week when I didn't have a paper week planner. And I tend to keep much more stuff in a paper week planner than I do in a digital one. Because I just have a nicer overview and I keep reminded and keep on track of what I'm doing for the week. And I can see it much more easier and go through it very easily. So I still recommend a paper week planner over a digital one, because I don't have an overview with digital week planners. And if a digital week planner works for you, it's good for you, but a paper week planner keeps you on track and it's much more easier to see, it's much more easier to put notes in than a digital one and with a smartphone. But a pro to a digital week planner is that you can have it anywhere. So if this one gets lost, you still have your assignments on there and you know which one you have to get done. And the second tip I want to give you is get a pocket folder. Because whenever your teacher gives you a handout, you want to make sure that it doesn't get wrinkled in your bag and you want it to keep organized. But if you just have one pocket folder, it doesn't keep you organized for all your subjects. So what I recommend is getting this in your bag and getting the handout that you got that day out of your pocket folder, and get a document holder like this with multiple pockets for each subject, so you can keep it organized which subject you got the handout from. And I just got this one off of the dollar store and I kept this one in my locker all year round. So I had all the handout with me, and every semester I put all the papers out that I didn't need anymore, so this one wouldn't be too bulky when I got it out of my locker at the end of the year. But this kept me very well organized with subjects. This one has 6 folders for subjects, but I still had gotten a second one because I had more than 6 subjects. So keep this one in your locker and you'll be very happy for it, because you keep all your assignments nice in this cute little binder. And tip number 3, get for every class a notebook like this. And in this notebook you can put 4 subjects in with the different tabs. But I just use this for one class because I have a lot of economics classes, so I have to write down a lot, make a lot of calculations. So that takes up a lot of paper. But I just use this for my economics classes. But when I didn't have an economics class, I used to use my tablet, because my tablet is my little baby. It keeps all my notes together. I can put them on a Dropbox. I don't know if you're familiar with Dropbox, but a Dropbox is like a big cloud server, which you can put in all your stuff, and you have the first 2 gigabytes for free. So you can put a lot of documents on a Dropbox. So that's tip number 4, get a Dropbox. Because I don't know what I would do if I didn't have a Dropbox, because a lot of my assignments get lost if I put them through my mail, and we have school computers, so you can't put a lot of documents on the school computer. I think I have about 100 MB of space on there, so that's not a lot of room. So I got a Dropbox about 3 years ago, so that I can put in my photos, my documents and everything else needed, and you can open it anywhere around the world. So whenever you left your flash drive at home, or your paper that was due that day at home, you can still print it out at school because you had Dropbox. And my last tip that I want to give you is get a tablet, because it's not as heavy as a full-on laptop. It doesn't do full duty work, but it keeps your notes ready, it keeps your papers ready, you can look over your PowerPoint one last time. And I am just in love with my tablet, and I'm probably blinding my camera right now. But there are many times at my school that all the school computers are busy or taken, and I just can't get stuff done. So whenever I have my tablet with me, which is practically every day, I just go started and get some documents working and composing, and I can get my homework done which is great because we have free Wi-Fi all over the school. Holla! And another tip, if your school blocks websites on your tablet, they can't make you do anything. I can still go to YouTube on my tablet. Teachers don't like that very much, but I don't do it in class, I promise. So with that being said of getting a tablet, I wanted to dive into my favorite tablet apps. So the first app I want to talk about is Office Suite Pro 7. And this app is for Android and it's about €12. And this is basically a mini version of the Microsoft Office package. So you have your Word, you have your Excel and you have your PowerPoint. It's a great app to look over your notes and your PowerPoint one last time before you have to do a presentation. But you can also compose your notes very easily. But the downside to this app is that you can't make a table or a diagram of some sort very easily. So you have to combine this app with the second app that I want to talk about. And it's the Autodesk Sketchbook app. And this app you can use for letting go of your creativity. So drawing with pencil, spray paint. Well, not on the tablet, but in the app of course. And you can also make very easily the drawings and the table or the diagrams that you have to make for your notes. And then you can export your drawings or your table or diagrams very easily and put them in your notes with the rest of your stuff. And also you can very easily share notes with your classmates via mail or Bluetooth. And the last app that I want to talk about isn't a paid app, it's actually a free app and it's the Aldico app. This app is very known under Android users. It's an app you can use for either reading an ebook or reading your PDF files. And it keeps it in a great cute little shelf. It's a very good app, especially for a free app. It works really nicely, so you can read your notes, you can read your PDF files and you can read your ebooks. And they were all of my favorite Android tablet apps, and that completes my video for the organization tips for school. And I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, comment down below which is your favorite organization tip, or if you have any organization tip for me. Let's go get and do this year right. I'm still not sure where I'm making the face. I'm still not excited for school, but we still have to go to school and get our degree, get our diploma, and let's stay motivated. Let's go get our diplomas, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!